Hey super buddies, today is the day where I sing and song all day long. And it's just what I do, so I hope I could join along with you today. Well, that's about all I know of that song, so let's talk about something different, okay? I'm going to talk about all my shoes and about all the different adventures that I've gone on with my shoes because it's awesome. I'm going to start off with these shoes here, okay? These are my first super shoes, okay, if you recognize them. If you go to my YouTube channel, on the pictures on the sides of my YouTube channels, like, you can see me wearing these shoes here, because it's pretty sweet. I also wore these my couple first of my flying videos, so, you know, I've done a lot of flying in these shoes. That's why they seem like they're in good condition and everything, because I don't walk around in these shoes very much, I usually just fly in. I do a lot of my walking in these shoes, okay? These shoes and I have been through a lot together. You can see how the stitching is kind of coming undone right there. These is kind of getting worn out right here. And it's just kind of, these shoes are pretty beat up, but that's where I do a lot of my walking in. And then these shoes here is where I go to a lot of my weddings in, okay? I go to a lot more weddings and funerals than walking around town. And you can tell because look at that. Woo, woo. This shoe, it's got many stories to tell, okay? And it can tell you all these stories itself. It's just like, well, I went to a wedding one time, and it was the best wedding I ever went to. Well, I went to a wedding one time, and I danced my butt off. So this shoe here, this can tell you a lot of stories about weddings if you want to know stories about weddings, but that's a little boring. Let's go on to action-packed adventure. And here is my final shoe, super action-packed adventure shoe. It's actually just my giant shoe, and I love my giant shoe, okay? I've never actually worn my giant shoe because my foot is only this big, okay? So when my foot's only that big, there's no real use to wear a giant shoe because they're just making it trip up and everything. Plus I only have one of them, so then I look kind of stupid just wearing one giant shoe. Well, I'm going to tell you about when I got this giant shoe, okay? Because that's a super cool story, and I think you should know about my giant shoe adventures. I got it from a giant, okay? The giant's name was Mumbo Jumbo. And I stuck into his giant castle and I was looking around for something to steal, or, you know, or not exactly steal, I just wanted to find something that I could remember my adventures in his giant castle in. And the only thing I could really find that was awesome and that I could carry out was the giant shoe, so I took Mumbo Jumbo's shoe. But he had a million just like his, so I doubt you noticed. Besides, giants only have 2 feet just like us. So he can only wear 2 shoes at a time, so how's he gonna notice he has an odd number of shoes if he's got like a million shoes? So I got a shoe, and it's awesome, and I love my giant shoe. So leave a comment below and tell me about your favorite pairs of shoes. I like shoes too, and I'm not even gay, so you don't have to be gay to like shoes. So there you go, I like shoes. So thanks for subscribing. If you've already subscribed, if you haven't subscribed, you should probably subscribe because that subscribing is awesome. Like me on Facebook, and if you want to be a part of my super group, like me on Facebook. I don't have to tell you twice, but I just did. So like me on Facebook, be a part of my super group. It's that easy and it's that awesome. Like this video, and since I do things every single day, I will see you tomorrow.